April is Parkinson Awareness Month around the world, and April 11th is Parkinson Awareness Day. This year, the theme is Push. Joining us this morning to share more about the disease and events and activities taking place next month is Lana Tordoff with the Parkinson's Association of Alberta and Neil Merkel, who is living with Parkinson's. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So, big month ahead. Why is it important to, really dedicate a month to, raising awareness about Parkinson's disease?
I think it's a really underknown disease. I think we assume that there's certain things, certain characteristics that define what Parkinson's disease looks like and what the experience is like, and it's not the same for everybody. And it's not simply, a shaking hand or a gait problem. There are lots of challenges that go into Parkinson's disease, and it's a really life-altering condition that people need to be aware of. It is the fastest-growing neurological condition in the world, and if you don't know somebody today, chances are you will.
Right. And Neil, you live with Parkinson's. How has that been for you? What is your experience living with that?
So I was diagnosed about 3 years ago, and I was in my life career position, and I decided to take some time out from it just to get to know, do some more reading on the subject, get to know more about the topic, symptoms, life longevity, how it affects your health and that. And actually, about 6 months to a year ago, I met up with a therapist at the K Clinic down at the U of A, and I was quite frustrated at the time because I wasn't really getting any answers. You just get more questions about the disease, right? As Lana said, it's not really well known what causes it and whatnot. So she was a really good therapist, and she just said to me, she's like, Neil, don't focus on the things you can't control.
Right.
Focus on things you can control, and it's the rest of your life, right? You can choose to live trying to find answers, or you can choose to live your life.
And how does, the Parkinson's Association, how does that help people that are living with the disease?
I think it's a few different ways between sort of educational programs and active programming. It's really about the support and the connectivity, making sure that you're around people who actually understand what you're going through, are living the same experience, but also having access to people who know. It's real easy to go down the deep well of the internet to try to find answers. Yep. But, that's what we do. We try to, navigate that for people so that they don't have to do that. And really answering practical questions, but then helping people through the different changes or the phases of their disease.
And for you, Neil, what stuff do you experience that you want people to know that has been a challenge?
Probably just... it's the challenge is accepting the disease and knowing you have to live with it, and it's okay. It's okay to have it. It's just getting past that and getting on with your life is probably the biggest challenge.
Yeah, thank you for also being open about it. I'm sure, people watching, they see somebody else and, and just learning more about it. And the theme this month is Push, so tell me about that.
Yeah, it really represents this idea that people with Parkinson's, and actually all of us, really have to push ourselves to do things every day. If you stop moving your body, you're going to not be able to move your body. If you stop exercising your brain, then your brain is going to start to decline. And so it's really this idea that whatever the thing is in your life that is motivating you, that's important to you, use that as motivation to push yourself a little bit every day. And it's just so important to keep engaged, because it's so easy to hide when you're diagnosed with something like this.
And there's a big event coming up too at West Edmonton Mall this month. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a really fun event. It's focused on exercise and the ability to kind of keep yourself mobile, but it's really just about bringing people together and talking about the disease and the experience. And as Neil said, there's no point in sort of trying to predict what it's going to look like for you, because it does look different for everybody. But because of that, I think it's even more important to stay connected with people who understand.
And speaking of that, how has the association really helped you in this kind of new chapter and journey that you're going through? Oh,
it's huge. Lana and her team have been awesome. It creates a new community for you. It gives you a chance to connect with people who've had the disease. I look at some of the people that I work out with, and they've had it for 10, 15 years.
Wow.
And they're awesome. They're coming in with smiles on their faces. One guy's traveling to Japan that I know I'm friends with. Another guy snowboards still, and these people are all in their 70s and have fought the disease for
Amazing.
10 plus, like I said, 10, 15 years, and they're an inspiration to me to do more and be better.
Absolutely. And you're inspiring others as well. So that's pretty awesome. And thank you both for coming in today. Really appreciate it. And if you want to learn more about Parkinson Awareness Month, it is throughout the entire month of April. For more information on how you can get involved, visit parkinsonassociation.ca.